Woo! We back. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Battle Cage. It's your boy Saif, and I'm absolutely ecstatic to be back, making content once again. Starting a brand new series for you guys. It's gonna be called Make the Bet, and this is Make the Bet episode 1, the introduction, so you guys get the feel of it. These episodes are gonna be relatively short, maybe 10 15 minutes max, and we're gonna go straight to the point. So this is not a full card breakdown. If you are looking for that, I'm gonna ask you kindly like and subscribe, and then look for another video. But if you're looking straight how to make a bet with sports wagering, or here because you clicked UFC 310 Pantoja versus Asakura, or any MMA or combat sport, just entirely, make sure you follow your boy. So episode 1, make the bet. So once again, welcome back. It's your boy Saif, and I'm absolutely ecstatic to be back. Let's go straight into the business here. We got a fully loaded card. We got heavy favorites. We got even matches. We got a couple of things already that I was looking at, but it looks crazy. It looks really stacked. It looks like UFC did their job correctly. So looks everything up to par from the main card to the prelims. Everything is fully loaded, guys. It's gonna be an ecstatic card, but you gotta be careful with your budget because you already know you guys can blow it really fast. So I'm here to kind of help you guys out. We don't have all the lines out, as you can see. As of right now, the time of recording, it's gonna be late Sunday. I'm talking about actually early morning Monday. So 12:47 a.m. That I'm recording this quick video, guys, for you, and we only have money lines, so we got to be careful. We got to pace ourselves. Before I do begin, I'm going to let you guys know on a couple of things. Number one, I am going to show you guys my receipts. So I am going to log in right in front of you. So there's going to be full transparency. I don't want to hear any nonsense like, yo, what's going on? I can't trust your um, plays or whatever. Now I'm logged in. You guys see me. You see my balance. I've been shooting the bookies today, so I've been doing it. But today has been basketball for me. My last play just happened. Shout out to Clips. Them C's, bro. They covered it. They made your boy some money right now. I hit him for 7 units. Near even, minus 125. Going to sleep. A champ. I got a play that I'll review with you guys later on the UFC side. So receipts are there. If you're gonna listen to anybody, make sure you check them out because there's gonna be a lot of frauds out there claiming that they put units, heavy loaded, things like that, man. You got to be careful. So check your receipts. That's just off the rip, guys. You get something you guys should know by now. But like I said, lots of fraud out there. Make sure whoever you listen to really does this, plays, who really studies the game, who understands also the wagering psychology and methodology, because there is a science to it. You gotta be patient. That's really the name of the game. And one of the best advice is actually from Dana White, who's a notorious uh, gambler, if you will. He likes to wager. He plays blackjack, heavy units too. I'm talking about mills, right? So M's over there. Now, his rule actually saved me. I was on a major down slump, actually discouraged me from recording content, from doing anything. I felt like a fraud. I felt lost. I felt like, what the hell am I doing to myself? So the rule of Dayton White actually became my number one rule, and that is, if you go there and you double whatever you put, you leave. You stop. Do not get high on the first win. Your first win is your last win. One win at a time. So rules. Respect your rules. If you don't have rules, if you don't have discipline, you're gonna be broke. I'm talking about you're gonna lose your money. You're gonna be out there, you're gonna be out there just borrowing money. You're gonna be there selling your stuff. You're gonna be going to sleep hungry. You're gonna be in a bad place. So know your budget and don't go over it. Rules, okay? I have personal five major rules, right? Once I understand certain aspects. So we're gonna apply the two extra bonus rules to my five rules, and we're gonna call it the lucky seven. If you follow these seven rules, you're gonna be in profit. You're gonna win. They're like life lessons, man. I've been in this game for 4 years deep. I'm talking about deep, and there was times where I literally this was my only source of income, believe it or not. And I'm not being braggadocious. I'm just saying out of necessity, it was my only income, right? So rule number one, don't bet when you're tired or you're hungry. Just don't do it, guys. If you're tired or you're hungry, this is um a calculated risk. That's why you have odds. Odds are numbers. You got to understand this. You got to approach this as a mathematical equation, guys. Plus, minus, negative, favorites. You know what I'm saying? And it's all live odds. It's like it's just like the stock market, right? It's just 24/7. You guys, if you ever watch the Wolf of Wall Street, make sure you watch the the very famous scene early in the movie uh, where the two gentlemen are sitting. You got DiCaprio, you got Matthew. They're sitting at a table, and the guy's just schooling him, right? And he's like, "It's all fugazi. It's all well. Think of this as a stock market. It's all a fugazi. All these numbers, all these speculations, and things like that." So when you're tired or you're hungry, you're not concentrated. You're not in there 100%. You can lose focus. Focus is key. So don't bet when you're tired or hungry. Just don't do it, guys. I've been there where I would, wake up like a crackhead and put a bet early in the morning. And sometimes I get lucky, but most of the time I don't. Or it's 11, 12 o'clock at night and I'm chasing. Which is rule number two. But just remember, no, not when you're hungry or tired. Rule number two is very simple. Don't chase. I know it's easier said than done. Guys, you got to understand, it's a marathon. The people who are profitable they're conservative, they're disciplined, and they don't chase. You lose, take it on the chin, come back tomorrow and make your money back. Rule number three, make sure you do something positive or productive before you place a bet. I always tell everybody, make sure you go to the gym. If you go to the gym, that's a positive thing. Make your bed. As simple as making your bed, man. I'm telling you right now, be productive. Take care of yourself. Get a haircut, right? Get a haircut. Make yourself feel good. Go do some shopping. Make a good meal. I don't know. Do something productive. Volunteer. I don't care what you want to do. Do something positive, because if you do have a bad night, you can always look back on something positive, and that kind of gets you going. Trust me, sometimes we get in dark places, and we need some light to get out of those dark places. So for those of you who do know, you know what I'm talking about. That's done. The next thing is know the sport. Know the sport that you're going to place a wager, especially in sports wagering. You got to know every single rules of the game. You don't want to be that guy that just because somebody placed a bet, you're just going to do it. If you're betting on MMA, make sure you know the MMA as well. Make sure you understand the rules of the game. It's a 3-round fight versus a round fight, 5-round fight. You got to know, what's the rules change, grounded opponent, things like this. You got to understand, know the basics of the sport that you're going to be wagering. It's very important. I've lost several huge bets just because I didn't know the ins and outs. When I started playing American football, I got caught because I just didn't know certain rules. I didn't know that, in what situation do you go for a field goal versus a 2-point conversion? So these things are very important. So know the sport that you're going to be placing your wager. And another major rule, listen to your stomach. If it feels funny, don't do it. If it feels it's wrong, don't do it. But sometimes your stomach will lie to you. You'll be like, yo, I know this is going to happen. It's like it's a double-edged sword. But most of the time, I always listen to my stomach. 90% of the time, I'm right when I listen to my stomach. It's better to listen to your stomach, to your internal, your internal voice, your consciousness, rather than listening to some schmo that doesn't know what the hell they're talking about just because they're talking out of their ass, or they got a microphone and they look good and it looks like, oh, look, he got a good production. Let's listen to him. No, guys, even me who's doing this, I'm letting you know, be very, very tactical, okay? This is a tactical thing. So we reviewed most of the rules. Dana White's rule is you flip and you dip, guys. Flip and dip. You make your money quick, boom, one time, come back again. Later on, you gotta, hit them and out. That's it. Hit and dip. That's what I call it. So you win, you out. You double your whatever you came in. You came with $50, you won 100. Get the hell out of there. You just made a 50 on top. Out. You know what I'm saying? That's really, really important. Make sure you don't bet when you're hungry. Don't chase. Make sure you do something productive. Go to the gym. Do something nice. Make a meal for yourself. Cook for your mom. I don't care what you do. Do something productive. Know the sport. Always know the rules, the basics, the ins and outs. Listen to your stomach. Yeah, and always I say stay focused, man. Stay focused. It's really easy to get caught up in the game. That's very important. So episode 1, I laid out the groundwork. You guys saw that I'm validated. I'm logged in. DraftKings will be my primary. Every other book will be secondary, tertiary, and so forth. Usually I play with DraftKings. They got better lines. They got more options for me to play. And yeah, and I'm validated. I showed you guys my receipts. I'm in this shit too deep. Now that's done. That's taken care of. For UFC this coming Saturday, December 10th, guys, it's the last pay-per-view and it's stacked. It's super loaded. There's tons of fights. And final rule for MMA, put that as a bonus. You do not have to bet every fight. Once again, you do not have to bet every fight. Don't do it. Pick your spots, plan it out, be methodical, know your live plays, and go ahead. And for MMA, I'm going to be the strongest proponent for live plays. Play live, watch the sport, pull triggers. They're fun to do. Now, that's done. Introduction is done. Let's finish this with how the show is going to be structured moving forward. We're literally going to tell you what to skip, what to watch out for, and the spots to target. So, for MMA, I never do it. First fight, I don't care. I skip it. Plus, if you look at the lines, man, Kennedy and Chukwi at the current lines, man, craziness. Minus 600. He should win. He should win. He probably will. But I've seen this too many times. Have you super duper favorites? Lose right away. And then what you're going to do? You're going to be in the slump. You're going to start chasing. You're going to start for the bad footing. Skip the first fight, man. Don't be that degenerate. I'm telling you, don't be that. It's a new wave. 2025 is around the corner. We want to enter it with discipline, guys. Discipline is absolutely fundamental in here. So we're gonna skip this minus 600. I cannot see in any world where I can take this confidently as my first leg of a parlay, and the fight is literally just starting. So we're gonna skip that. The next fight we got is gonna be Clay Guida, the biggest dog, OG, Chase Hopper, the youngster. It's gonna be future versus the past. Yeah, man. I don't see anything from the money line perspective. The over-unders are not posted yet. I am targeting fight starts round 2, if anything. I don't see much danger from Chase Hooper from a knockout potential, although he can. He started, he's growing into his man body. He's becoming a full-grown man. He's a little slinky, but now he's coming in, putting in weight. You know what I'm saying? It's a lightweight bout, about 155. He's really filling out that frame. He's a big guy. He's like 6-footer, Chase that is. So, yeah. So that's that. Let's move forward. Next bout, we got... Let's see who we got. We got Cody Durden versus Anthony Joshua. This is a close fight, man. Plus 136, minus 162. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Both dudes can win on any given moment. I'm gonna go on a limb here and say Joshua Van money line, just because I think his growth and room for potential is much better, and his speed is stupid. So as long as he can weather the storm from the wrestling perspective, he should get the job done. Like, that's just my take on it. Cody Durden should get the job done. Um, I'm sorry, not Joshua Van can get the job done if he stuffs the early onslaught of the takedown threat. Michael Chiesa versus Max Griffin. Same story, just like I said. It's going to be very close. This is actually too close for my liking, and I've been burned on both of these guys. They're not very trustworthy. I choose not to play this at all. If I had to, it's probably going to be Max Payne, but the submission threat and the wrestling potential from Michael Chiesa, who has a pretty big frame, who could take Max down. I can see that's happening. So the live dog potential, it's too close for me to call. I cannot see myself confidently sitting here and giving you a real money play in this one. Just not going to happen. Let's move forward. Man, another rule, Chris Weidman, Eric Anders. Number one, don't trust. Yo, I got a couple of rules for MMA, and this is going to be one of it. Do not trust Eric Anders at all. I don't care if people thinking this is a pick 'em fight. It had to be canceled. This is a rebooking. And add another rule. It's all about rules, man. Just follow the rules, and you'll be all right. So Chris Weidman is a veteran. Don't bet on veterans. Sometimes we get nostalgic a little bit. We want to go and say, oh, yeah, the vet, and he looked good in his last fight. Let me go handle it. Yeah, he did look good. He had a great outing against Silva. In fact, I thought Silva was going to obliterate him. So you see, sometimes you get surprised. So I'm gonna say this is gonna be your pick, guys. I don't know. I will not be playing this. I don't recommend you playing. This is a straight bathroom break, guys. If anything, this fight, a proposition. Let's go go to distance. They're both sloppy fighters. Eric Anders is not known to be a finisher. He likes to, grind. So does Chris Weidman. Man, maybe the fight go to distance. Or play the opposite, right? If everybody's going to be going for the decision, maybe Chris Weidman breaks the second leg. Who knows? Maybe we go the plus prop bet and say the fight doesn't go to decision. But, yeah, it's a really volatile fight. There's nothing there. Although, if you really dissect this and you want to go and go full balls to the wall, if you will, and you know this fight, this is a money play, right? Even Steven, I call it. So, if you're good like that, go ahead, man. Go ahead. The next one is going to be Randy Brown plus 190 and Brian Battle, man, minus 230. Brian Battle is the name, Battle Cage. He's one of my favorite fighters off this channel. I love this guy. I would love to do interview with Brian Battle one of these days. But he got a tough dude ahead of him. Randy Brown physically, I think he's going to be matching his physicality pretty well. 6'3", 6'1". He's a very rangy fighter, complete fighter, if you will. He's been there, he's done that. 19-5 record. So no chump. A true tough battle, if you will, for Mr. Battle. So it's a great underdog play for those of you that's been looking and itching to fade Brian Battle. And if you're sold on Brian Battle, then, well, money playing is definitely a good option for you here. He's a moderate favorite here. So be a little warned over here, be a little warned. Let's continue. We got our next fight is really nice. So high level grappling fight. Be prepared. That's what I think. Movsar Evloev. And as you can see, I already highlighted him. So he's in my parlay. Love Movsar Evloev. It's going to be one of my most confident picks because, well, he's been doing it and he's been doing it well, if you know what I'm saying. He's a decision machine. He does not care if it's impressive or not. He had a really close fight with Diego Lopez. not too long ago, and you saw, how tough Diego Lopez is. He's been on a tremendous run. So this is a huge step up in competition for Aljamain Sterling because of size and physicality, which I gotta favor Mavzer. He's a little bit more thicker, muscular guy, and his wrestling, that's all he does. And he's really freakishly strong. I watch him on IG. He be lifting crazy, crazy weights that I don't think Aljamain can even touch. So physically stronger. I think he can out wrestle and outmaneuver Aljo, and the line minus 250 is playable. You can combine it in a parlay, and that's why I already highlighted. So that's why I'm gonna go with Mavzar really quick over here. Let's move forward, guys. Next one is also a really nice fight, really good outing. You're gonna have a lot of split picks over here. I think Vicente Luque is a tremendous step up in the competition for Themba Gorimbo. And if this was fight 2 fights ago, maybe 3 fights ago, I think Vicente Luque would have been minus 500. He's been a little bit on a downslope because he had a whole head bleed after Jeff Neal fight. And then he came back. He looked kind of all right against Dos Anjos, wrestled his way through, and just got completely pummeled and obliterated by Buckley via ground and pound. Heavy blows to the face. So Vicente is definitely on the decline here. He's a ranked fighter, number 14. Great spot for Themba Gorimbo. The odds you see over here on the screen, that's wrong. This is right. Vicente Luque is a dog, which I think is very possible and viable. So something to look out for. Let's move forward. We got Dominic Reyes versus Anthony Smith. I think this line is kind of crazy. I would never recommend anybody playing Dominic Reyes at minus 340. Absurd. So we're going to skip that. Excuse me. Anthony Smith, plus 270. Live play if you're chasing that dog. But no, this is not a play for me at all. I'm not targeting it, and I'm probably going to be skipping this fight, altogether. Let's move forward. We got that's actually the prelim, headliner. So we're gonna start with the first fight of the pay-per-view. The pick is Nate the Train Landwehr. And until this train gets off the trail, I'm following him. He's been good. He's very entertaining. He's well-rounded, man. He's earlier in his career. He fought the killer Russians, and he did pretty damn well. So as long as he can survive the clean, crisp shots by Doo-Ho Choi, he should get the job done. Doo-Ho Choi is a monster, though. He is a striking specimen. But the wrestling pedigree, that's where Nate Landwehr should shine. I like the money line play here, and that would be a single play. You don't need to parlay it. It could be a simple single play, maybe a half unit, 1 unit type of ordeal. I wouldn't go too crazy. I do recommend this could be your live play too, just to catch him. But yeah, this is as far as I'm gonna go. This is gonna be a straight pick, Nate Landwehr money line, and I like it for a single play. I don't want to push it. Next spot is Bryce Mitchell, Thug Nasty. Thug Nasty, man. There was a point where I was completely sold on Thug Nasty. Thug Nasty has, suffered 2 crazy losses where he got completely ragdolled by Ilya Taporia when they were both, going up in the contention for the title. Thug Nasty was undefeated. He looked credible. He was an underdog against Barbosa, where I made a lot of money on him. But then, he kind of ran into a wall with Ilya Taporia, bounced back, a win against Dan Ige, and then he got flatlined, one of the nastiest knockouts of last year by Josh Emmett. So I'm glad he took some time. I'm very interested to hear him talk on the mic. His opponent, Kron Gracie, I don't think very highly of him. I actually think he's garbage, if you ask me. But, any fighter in UFC, I should be careful calling garbage. But I think the wrestling pedigree is really good for Bryce Mitchell. I hope he doesn't get submitted. That would be crazy if he gets choked out a year later after getting flatlined. I would just sit here and eat my words. But I like Thug Nasty. I'm going to support him. He's a real one, man. He's a real one. I think he's going to do it for Trump, too. He's going to show out. He's going to be so happy Trump won. He's going to have a lot of fun things to say on the mic. Cannot wait to hear him on the media day. So I'm going to go with Thug Nasty, Bryce Mitchell, minus 675 parlay piece. If he gets anything higher than this, he gets to upwards minus 800. I'll probably say there's no value. I think you could grab him right now and make a nice parlay, which I did. And let's move forward. Our next fight is going to be Cyril Gahn. That's going to be a nice fight. Heavyweight boys are throwing it down. Cyril Gahn is going to be in a lot of parlays, minus 345. Just remember, Alexander Volkov possesses tremendous amount of experience under his belt. 48 fights altogether, 38 wins. This man is no slouch, guys, and he has good wrestling. He has 17 first-round finishes. I mean, we've seen Cyril Gahn get submitted by John Jones. I'm not saying that Volkov is going to come out here and just completely ragdoll him, but just remember, heavyweight boys, and this guy is on a tear. He's been coming up. He's been really taking out these up-and-coming fighters, but still, dangerous fighters. His last loss was to Tom Aspinall. That's when everybody took notice of Tom Aspinall, right? That was his real coming out party. Like, yo, this guy is legitimate, taking out Volkov. And then since then, I mean, Rosenstruck took him out. Romanov took him out. Submitted Tuivasa, and he just had a war 3-round decision against his fellow countryman and a sparring partner, Sergey Pavlovich, who was kind of making some scenes over there. And he's gonna be well-rounded. My only big scare on this fight is the fact that Cyril Gahn could literally take this guy and just drop him and take him to the deep waters here. So because Cyril Gahn is a methodical fighter, very, very well-rounded, very well-disciplined. He's not a trash talker French guy, very soft-spoken, So, I see tremendous value on Volkov, but that would be a live play. That would not be a trigger that you want to, you just want to, something small, something fun, 1.5 units, put it on. If you like what you see from Volkov, hit him live. You can still catch him at plus money. If you see plus money, like plus 150 live, I would probably consider playing him, but you got to be watching the fight like I will. But Cyril Gahn, it's really hard to pick against him. So, hence, he's the favorite. Really moderate to heavy under favorite play here. So, that's it, guys. Let's move forward. We're wrapping up. This is the co-main event. Shavkat Rakhmonov, minus 300 versus Ian Machado Gary. Somebody's O is gonna go, and I'm gonna say that Shavkat Rakhmonov, 18-0, 18 finishes, 100% finishing rate. This guy is a monster from the mountains, man. This guy eats horse meat. This guy is crazy. So we're gonna go with Shavkat. I don't know if he's gonna finish him or not, but that seems to be the trend. So Shavkat by finish. Get the line down. Shavkat inside the distance. That should be a better play than minus 380. But I like Shavkat. Give me the money line minus 380, and I'm taking him. And that's it. That's going to be my favorite play here. It's going to be just Shavkat money line. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely want to parlay him. So we're in the main fight here. This is a debuting fighter, Kai Asakura. A really nice, clean precision striking from this guy. He has yet to be proven. He's jumping straight into a title fight because Pantoja kind of cleaned it out. Pantoja is minus 278. He is the favorite. He is the respected champion. He does not give up. He goes until the very end. He's going to push the limit. And the keys to victory for Kai Asakura is do what he does and just keep the fight standing and just try to avoid the takedowns, which is easier said than done because Pantoja, man, when he wants to take you down, he'll go for full. He's going to take you down. And being a shorter fighter here, center of gravity is going to be favoring Pantoja if he's looking to take the fight to the ground, which I reckon he should, right? I reckon that's going to be the game plan. I don't like the bad blemish for Kai Asakura. He lost to a couple of questionable fights. One of them being Manel Kape. You got to respect Manel Kape, but I don't think Manel Kape is gonna beat Pantoja, if you ask me. So I don't like that blemish at all. And yeah, I do like the money line play for Pantoja. I haven't 100% went as far as playing it, but I do favor that play. Now, let's go to my bets. Let's go open bets. I don't have anything open except my 3-leg parlay. Keep your parlay small. Anything more than three legs is scary. Anything more than 5 is insane. And then once you get to like 6 or 7, 8, 10, 9, I've seen 15-leg parlays. You guys are just absolutely out of your mind. You're playing lottery. So plus 103, squeeze the lemon parlay. That's what I call by playing heavy favorites. It's literally a heavy favorite parlay. Movsar Ivalov 250, Bryce Mitchell minus 675, and Shafkat minus 380. They all should deliver on paper, hence my favorite parlay, and I've already played it. There will be a prop play, an underdog play, and most everything else will be good. It's going to be live plays. I am a live wager player. I like watching how the guys are coming out, feeling the energy of the room, watching their body language. I read into this, guys, and it's been helping. It's been working. So I'll give you my final picks Friday after the ceremonial weigh-ins and face-offs, and I actually like to do a review and recap on that and give you guys my final picks. Thank you for tuning in. If you guys made it thus far, you listened to my rules and my whole ramblage. I appreciate you guys. Be sure to give your boy a like and subscribe. And moving forward, we're going to keep these videos a little shorter because time is money and I don't want to waste your time sitting here and talking complete nonsense. Thank you, and I'm out of here.